Wednesday and we're back. Today we have Eric Bahler, and we are out in the garden today. So hopefully you can hear us fighting Mother Nature. Eric, what is your role here at Gateway?
My current role is farm manager for Gateway Farms. I work together with my wife as farm assistant to lead up the new program at Gateway Farms here at Gateway Woods.
Okay. So how long have you been in this role?
I've been farm manager since the beginning of May, so that's kind of a late start for a growing season. But we actually been working with Gateway Farms, the program, for the past 4 years, trying to grow it. The first 3 as house parents, and now as farm manager.
Okay. Yeah. So let's rewind. So what brought you to Gateway in the first place?
So growing up, I didn't really have a good idea of what Gateway Woods was. I didn't really come to the auction much, but my wife did. So she had a passion for it growing up. Actually, her sister and brother-in-law worked here as house parents the 5 years preceding us. So we would come out and visit and kind of see the campus, see what was going on. We saw the mission, we saw how lives were being impacted, and we knew at some point we wanted to be in the mission field. We wanted to serve in that capacity. So I think we maybe just heard that they needed house parents, and God kind of laid it on our heart that the timing is now. So we contacted Ed Graff back then and started making the move.
Very good. And so how long were you house parents?
We were house parents for 5.5 years.
Okay.
So
that's one of the elite. I mean, not many people last that long, but awesome.
Yeah, we really enjoyed it. It's a blessing to work with the kids. It really kept us going, to connect.
Very good. So in this role, you mentioned the season starting in May is pretty late. So unwrap the calendar year, your preparation, and what that looks like.
Yeah. So ideally, we would start to get in the greenhouse in March, and start get plant starts ready, so that we can transplant out at the end of April and early May. Right now we're right in the midst of it in summer. We have a lot of the big summer crops coming, zucchinis and squashes and green beans, and on top of all the harvests that we're doing, we're also starting to replant actually, so that we can make a push into a fall market. We haven't really done that, so everything's kind of a new adventure as far as that goes, but we're hoping to have some nice fall crops and kind of extend our opportunity to employ kids and hire kids and get meaningful work.
How many employees?
Right now I have 5 kids I work with in the morning on my field crew. We also have a young man that raised some chickens for us, which we just had processed, and we're in the midst of selling those. And then I also have a young man that I work with in the afternoons. He helps me in the garden. So I have 7 currently.
Okay. Ask questions if you have it from the field. Do we have anything yet?
No, but I think I broke the camera. It's turned sideways again.
Okay.
Yep.
Lift it up. Take it out.
Maybe.
Okay, so we'll keep going. So this garden here, is this the largest garden, or where is this in comparison to size?
This would be our middle garden. It's about 60 feet by 100 feet. So what's that, 6,000 square feet. We have a smaller one over by the Maple House, and then we have a large one that's actually off-site. It's a field that we've started working in. This is our first year, and we hope to kind of grow our presence out there. It's got the opportunity for us to grow up to about 6 acres, which would really allow us to reach more customers and connect with the community in an even greater capacity.
Okay. And then I see some work happening out front. You're doing some...
Yeah, out front we have a small strawberry patch that we put in. It's about 1/4 of an acre, like 3,200 plants. And kind of started those a little bit late, but the goal is to start bringing people onto campus, connect with the community in that way, have a U-pick strawberry patch. We'd love to grow into the front more and really have a visible point where the community can connect with Gateway Woods. not all that's approved. There's some site planning things that we're still working through, but that's kind of really our personal vision, and we see a lot of benefits from that.
Very good. So what is a need that you guys have at this point, or just even going into next growing season that people can be active, praying, or supporting?
Yeah, we definitely love your prayers. The kids that come and work for us, they don't have an ag background generally. Generally, working out in the sun, it's hot. They haven't done that. It's hard for anybody, but it's really hard for them. So sometimes when the days get grueling, it can be hard to kind of see the forest through the trees and really stay on task with the vision. So just praying for the kids that they can see that this is for them. Helping the community wrap around them. We've been really blessed by that so far. And then just as far as like structurally, we're hoping to put up some bigger greenhouses with heating so that we can get an earlier start and be more proactive with our planning for the year. That's something I don't have a ton of expertise in, so I mean if somebody knows about greenhouses and wants to come just like talk to me for a couple of days, I would love that. Knowledge is power as far as that goes, so just better ways to do things. Maybe there's fellow market gardeners out there that have tips and tricks and ways to be more productive. I mean, I love that type of information. As far as that goes, any type of supplies that go along with that are things that we would be purchasing and needing. So if you have a knowledge in that area and you know, hey, they're going to need this, clearly you'll be blessed by receiving it.
Very good. So what is kind of a favorite memory? You've been doing this, you said, about 4 years, maybe not full capacity. What is something that kind of jumps to mind as you moving forward?
Yeah, I can picture back to a couple things. We had one of our first times doing it. We had a couple girls working for us, and going in, like, they don't know very much about vegetables, like the difference between lettuces and spinach and Swiss chard, and some of that's hard to know if you don't grow up eating it. So we're working for about a month or two now. We're delivering our produce baskets to the customers, and I just kind of overhear a conversation with them. They're like, do you have the kale? And they're like, no, I don't have the kale, I have the Swiss chard. The kale's over there by the kohlrabi. And it was just so funny to hear them, like their knowledge of agriculture had grown so much from where they started at, and it was just really neat to see that they could kind of get so far behind it and just like love the product that they're putting out. And so I kind of like that story. And my wife has one that she really likes to tell. We had a young man that was sometimes a little bit hard-headed, and he could be a little bit of a struggle at times, but he was a sweet kid, and he had a customer that he would always call to set up delivery with, and he knew that they were expecting a baby, and so we told him, hey, they had their baby, and he was so excited, he asked if he could go out. He went out to the woods, picked a bunch of wildflowers, made a bouquet, and put it special in their basket. It's those type of connections to the community and the relationships that we build just through growing vegetables and delivering them that's really special and really kind of keeps us going, even when it's hot and our back hurts. So.
Very good. Do we have anything from the field?
I have a question. Eric, what's your favorite part of Gateway Farms in general?
My favorite part is delivery day and bringing in the produce. It's personally satisfying to see all of our hard work, like literally the fruits of our labor, and even more so for the kids to be able to see that, to be able to see like God's abundance. Like we started this as a little seed back in the greenhouse. Then they kind of lose the vision for a little bit because all they're doing is pulling weeds, and then all of a sudden we harvest all this stuff, and they're like, where did all this come from? So that's really fun to see and be a part of, and then just how that connects to the community is also just really neat. So really the last stages are the most fun when we're harvesting and delivering. The rest of it is, I still enjoy it agronomically, but that's the hard work phase. So yeah.
Very good. So you mentioned about growing out front the produce. What other kind of types of growth are you looking or hoping to do over the next 3 to 5 years?
Yeah, as far as like, we really like to grow the U-pick, strawberries and raspberries, potentially some blueberries and things to get people to come onto campus. We'd also like to grow our CSA, or our basket delivery. CSA stands for Community Supported Agriculture, and it's just a way to do sales so that the customers are buying a subscription for the entire summer, and every 2 weeks we deliver a basket from the gardens, a share, if you will, of our harvest. And we really want to see that grow. We had such great support from our community up here, but we also had some great supporters from Bluffton. And there's been a lot of interest in Bluffton and Laddie, neighboring churches, to be able to get out there. So if we could grow to where we can still have a strong presence in this community and also reach out to our neighboring church communities so that we can connect our residents and the kids more to our churches, that's really powerful to see people in the faith community praying for our kids, and we value that a lot. So that's really where we want to focus, is connecting our residents with the community. So as far as immediate growth plans, that's where we're going to put a lot of our energy, extending the season and increasing our numbers so that we can provide more work and that we can connect kids to a stronger community base.
So for that to happen, you are how many subscriptions now?
Right now we have 40 for the summer.
And so you would like, obviously, that to grow. Are you going to need to get more gardens or bigger areas of pastures?
Our big field that we're using currently, we're only using a small portion of it, like half an acre.
Okay.
So we'd like to grow into that space. Half an acre to 6 acres is a pretty big jump as far as like the amount of labor and the amount of cultural practices that we have to do to just maintain it all. So there's going to be a learning curve there as we grow. And so we're going to try to be cautiously optimistic with how many baskets we can handle each year.
What's one thing that you really don't like about this job? Sarah said something.
Yeah, I really like so much about the job. It's a lot of hours, but I love the work that I'm doing. Something that gives me anxiety is before we do the baskets, it's really kind of scary thinking, are we going to have enough produce? Like 40 baskets, if you think about the amount of that's in a basket, if you've ever seen a picture, and the amount that requires to come out of the garden, it's quite a bit of vegetables, and we do it 40 customers every other week, so we deliver 20 baskets each week. So to have things constantly producing, to have a variety of everything, it just takes a lot of planning, and sometimes I can get a little anxious about that. Are we going to have enough? But thankfully we've said our prayers and done the hard work, and God's blessed us so far, so it's really all you can do. But that does cause the most anxiety as far as, are we going to have enough? Thankfully we have.
Well, that's great. I'm glad God is blessing your garden, because my garden at home, very little produce that comes out of that, but that's probably...
Maybe you need to pray over it, John.
Yeah. So, very good. Is there anything else that we have? I've really enjoyed this talk. Is there anything you would like to add or thank people for?
I mean, we've had a lot of supporters, and I don't want to mention names, but you guys know who you are, and we're really appreciative of it. It means a lot. The community coming around us, we really value it. If you guys have any questions, I heard there's been a lot of interest. Look for me around the auction. We are expecting child number 5 that week, so I don't know if I'll exactly be there, but if you want to reach out through Instagram at Gateway Farms, I love to talk about produce and ways to grow it, and so if you have any questions, feel free to just reach out to me or John through Gateway Woods, and I can get an answer back to you.
Very good. Thanks, Eric. And next week we will be on the road again in Florida. I will be on vacation, and my brother Matt and his wife Rachel will be there, and we're hoping to do our interview in a little bit of Florida sunshine. So please join us next Wednesday at 12:30. Till then, have a great week.